Hi everyone, on Saturday the 28th of February, the last day of the month, 3 meetings covered by ITV on Saturday. The ground conditions just on the softer side of good at the time of recording. There are some showers in the forecast, but basically we're heading towards spring ground by the look of things, with the Cheltenham Festival just 10 days away. We've got some cracking action from Doncaster, Kelso and Newbury. The highlight probably coming at Doncaster in the Grimthorpe Chase, but there's lots of high-class action. We start off with our daily nap, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. This goes in the 155 at Donny. It's a 2-mile handicap chase, and I'm strong here on Queen's Gamble from the excellent Harry Derham yard. Now, this Scopy mare got off the mark over fences at the third time of asking. Last time out at Wincanton on heavy ground, she jumped a lot better from the front under a positive ride from Paul O'Brien, and I'm pretty confident he'll try and re-employ those tactics on this much better ground round here. Her jumping should be a real asset. She's on the upgrade. Most of these rivals are not, and I think she'll make all the running and win again. She's the sort who could easily rattle up a sequence in the months ahead. Our value angle selection, sponsored by Priced Up Bet, goes in the 255 at Kelso, the 2-mile more battle handicap hurdle, and I think Hot Fuss can win again here for Tom Daskin. Now, Tom, better known in the Champagne Bar in the summer at Chester, his local track on the flat, but Hot Fuss is one of a handful of jumpers that he keeps going and has been really progressive this season, running a series of very good races in hot Saturday handicaps until gaining just reward at Windsor last time out on soft ground, getting a positive ride there and storming clear from the last in a very valuable prize. Now, a £5 rise I think is more than lenient. David Bass booked again. I think the long Kelso running will play to Hot Fuss's strength on this sort of decent ease ground. He's a very generous finder for pressure, and that running, I think he'll take plenty of passing if David's able to dictate proceedings from the tape. The remaining ITV races on Saturday, we'll spin through them in time order, starting with the 110 at Kelso. This is a handicap chase over 2 miles and 1 furlong, 10.5 grand to the winner. I'm going to take a flyer here with Chapel Green, and the main reason behind that is Lucinda Russell and Michael Skidmore have been badly out of form for most of the winter. Several months they've been really struggling, but suddenly in the last fortnight they've had 6 winners. They're back firing on all cylinders, and this one, well, he was a good winner at this track back in September. 2 runs since have both been really disappointing, but as I say, they've come at a time when the yard was really in the wilderness. Last of 5 at Musselburgh. I'm not sure Musselburgh necessarily suited that day, dropping right back in trip down to 2 miles, but as I say, he was very disappointing. His mark's quickly fallen back. He's at the foot of the weights, getting lumps of weight from some very opposable rivals, and hopefully Chapel Green should run well at a very big price. Over to Donny for the 125, a really interesting 3-mile listed mares novice hurdle. We're talking about inform yards. Dan Skelton, he's had 11 winners in the last fortnight, and his Broomfield Adera looks the one to side with here. She's a progressive mare. I thought she ran really well in a bit of a muddling race at Aintree last time out over 2 mile 4. It turned into a bit of a dash. I don't think she got a wonderful ride from Harry. Tristan Durrell's back in the saddle, stepping up to 3 miles. That's the key with this one. A pointing background. Lots more improvement in the tank after just 3 runs over hurdles so far. Over to Kelso for the 140, a 2 mile 7 furlong listed chase. Well, it's Dan Skelton again here, this time with Protectorat. He's old enough to smoke now, Protectorat, but he's such a good advert for the yard. 8 wins from 25, starts over fences. It's a great opportunity. He was pretty impressive, ridden from the front at Windsor last time out, and if anything, this looks slightly easier. His jumping will be a real asset over these fences. Back to Kelso for the 215, a 2 mile 2 grade 2 novice hurdle. Again, a very informative race and high quality too. I think you're getting a fair price about Cossack Duderies here, because he wasn't wildly impressive at Catterick last time out when 7-4 on. He was under pressure turning for home, but he straightened up after the last and powered clear under Sheehan. I think you'll see him in a different light here at this much more galloping track. There's more to come. He's only run 3 times so so far over her. It was a really good yard, Jamie Snowden, with chock full of exciting young horses. Sheehan will be positive on Cusack Duderez. He's a relentless galloper. I should think you'll see him 3 mile and over a fence next season, but he should go really well here. Back to Donny for the Grimthorpe at 2:30, a 3 mile 2 contest. Going to take a bit of a flyer on one here, King Turgeon, who has been a little bit disappointing this season so far, but he's slipped in the weights as a result. He's only had a couple of chances. When he can dominate proceedings from the front, he is a fantastic jumper, and I used to like a horse called Volrory's Clown round Donny. Had a fantastic record at this track, getting against that far rail, jumping well, and Jack Tudor's on King Turgeon, one of the best jockeys in the weighing room, Jack, and he was seen to good effect last year at Aintree on this front runner. Hopefully he's primed after a couple of months off for this valuable Saturday prize. David Pike, pretty expert at laying one out. Over to Newbury for the 3:15, a veterans handicap over 3 mile 2, a tricky contest. This Eldorado Allen is getting on a bit. He's near now 12, but he's a sound jumper with a touch of class, and Newbury should suit him ideally under Brendan Powell. Back to Kelso for the 3:30. I do think there's one who's a massive runner here in this handicap hurdle over 2 mile 5, Florida Dreams. He'd been running really well in some top northern handicaps in the frame, looking a little bit unlucky ahead of his mark the way he travelled. And last time out at Musselburgh, and the reason you're getting a decent price this afternoon, he was very heavily supported in a 15 grand handicap, but he got off slowly, made a couple of early mistakes, and at Musselburgh, it's a very sharp right-handed track. He never landed a blow. I suspect Hughes will be a bit more proactive here. Kelso, left-handed, the long running should suit Florida Dreams. He's a smooth traveller. Hopefully he can pounce after the last. And finally over to Newbury there, big betting race of the day, the 3:45, the Greatwood Gold Cup over 2 mile 4. A very interesting runner here for Gary Moore and Josh. Blow Your Wad. He's only had one run for the stable at a time when they were very quiet since arriving from Tom Lacey. He finished quite an eye-catching third behind John Bond, maybe flattered, but finishing with running left in the tank. Back into handicaps here from a fair mark. Freddie Mitchell taking off a very handy £3, and the Moors have hit form in the last fortnight. Best of luck with all 10 ITV races on Saturday, everyone. Please do like and comment on the YouTube videos, subscribe to the free channel if you haven't already, and do check out our sponsor, Priced Up Bet, particularly on these big Saturdays.